What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cornelius Jones, 10 Mina Investing. We are back again, and we have some great things to discuss today. As Ripple applies for a bank charter from the OCC, we're going to look into what that means, braided with the legislation update we have for July 14th. What does that mean? And we're also going to get into the silence of the SEC. Nothing came out of their sunshine meeting like many people thought would be the case. So why are they so silent? Well, all of this is going to tie perfectly into my conspiracy theory, given the price suppression of XRP. We're going to talk about that, but it can only be suppressed for so long. But that's what we're going to get into in this video. Right before we get into it, you need to know that tomorrow is Monday. That's right. Money Monday, people. Right now, Money Monday. So come on in. If you have a Cryptex contract and you want to promote Cryptex, I have a manual for you. Everything that I talked about in the last meeting, in this meeting, it's going to all be printed out. It's going to have visuals. It's going to have everything you need. So come on back. We're continuing to create your automated process so that you just have contracts flowing through your downline and you're making a lot of money. People are already making hundreds of dollars a week doing this. So come on in the room, come make some right now money. While you waiting on your XRP, while we waiting on legislation, while we waiting on the lawsuit to finally end, come on and make some right now money, people. You will find out everything you need to know in the Zoom meeting. It's a public meeting that will be tomorrow, 7 p.m. All right, let's get into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen. We're going to start off. I want you to listen to one of the congressmen. Sorry, I forget his name, but just check out this video on Crypto Week.
In the middle of making crypto policy for the United States of America, you have an upcoming Crypto Week. Tell us about that.
Well, right now, digital assets, cryptocurrency, and everything related to using financial payments on a blockchain is basically not regulated, not clear to consumers, investors, entrepreneurs how to use it, how to avoid federal prosecution. So in 2 weeks, we'll bring to the House floor the Clarity Act, which gives the rules of the road of how to invest in digital assets, how to trade them, how you can be a broker, and the market framework for digital assets. And we'll also bring to the House floor dollar-backed payment stablecoins, which we believe those two things will advance America's power around the world in financial services by extending.
So as you can see, the House chairman has noted very plainly that all these years, as we know, these digital assets have been unregulated, which is why the banks could not engage. But now they are making a market framework using the Clarity Act, the stable coins. We know these things are going to get passed. They're bringing these things to the House floor during Crypto Week. Now, what does that mean? They're going to go over these bills with the House. They're going to have to make votes. They're going to have to do those things. They're going to have to go back and forth, make amendments, make adjustments, all those things. But the process is started, and they have accelerated the process. They have an urgency about the process, and that's very bullish. Now, understand this. With the process not being done, that means banks cannot engage like they want. Come on, people. Let's put some things together here. Let's connect this now to the fact that the SEC has been silent on their stance with this appeal being dropped. We all know it's coming. Brad Garlinghouse said it, but we haven't heard anything from the SEC. As a matter of fact, when you look at the official filings, neither Ripple nor the SEC has put forth an official filing to drop the appeals, which Judge Torres said, according to her ruling, when you drop the appeals, this lawsuit's over, period. So yes, Brad Garlinghouse made a statement, but it has not been a filing. It has not been an official filing, neither from Ripple nor the SEC. Why is that? Ask yourself, why is that? Could it be that they anticipate that the official end to this lawsuit will jump the price of XRP? Oh, yeah, I think they think that. I think they know that. And they don't want that to happen pre-legislation when the biggest hedge fund investors of the world and Wall Street have their chance to engage properly without having to worry about going to prison. Call it a far-fetched thought. I don't know. Yeah, I get it's conspiratorial. I get it. But when we're talking about price suppression of XRP, it's not so much that it's price suppression. What it really is, it is they're trying to suppress the explosion. Is really what by limiting what they say in the news. Right? They're trying to keep XRP as low as possible, as manageable as possible, so that Wall Street, so that the biggest banks, the biggest payment providers, the elites, right? Many elites probably already have their coins, but we're talking about institutions that have to follow banking regulations. They're still accumulating. Many of us in the XRP community who've been in this game for a while accumulated around the 50-cent level, right? Now we're at $2 where the institutions are scrambling to get their stuff together. They need legislation first. So I'm assuming that this official announcement is probably going to come a little closer to when we have legislation. It may not be that long. I don't know. I can't say what's going to happen for sure. But if you're asking me, why is the SEC so silent? If you're asking me, why do we hear Brad Garlinghouse talk about the appeal being dropped with no official filing? I think it's very simple. They want to hold this off as long as possible because we're all waiting on legislation. That's it, people. Nothing's going to stop legislation. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. America wants it to happen. Congress wants it to happen. Our president wants it to happen. Our treasurer wants it to happen. The Fed wants it to happen. It's going to happen. And so that's why we give the silence. We're going to wait and see. There are some that believe that this announcement may come within the next couple weeks. We're going to see. I'm hopeful that we get some bills signed by Trump in August. Getting bills signed by Trump in August is going to unleash all the utility that we've been speaking of. Understand also the recent news about Ripple applying for that bank charter. It was so far-fetched years ago. I don't even hear this argument anymore from people. The banks will never use XRP. And now Ripple is going to be the biggest bank in the world. I'm going to dive deeper into this and the implications of this on the next video that I do. I've already been doing this one for a while. And so look forward to that. Gonna get into some implications of what this means with Ripple being one of the biggest banks in the world at the central bank level, and their customers are central banks, and they have that state and federal oversight. What do you think this is going to position Ripple? How do you think this is going to position XRP, the tool, the crypto that Ripple is using, that Ripple wants to promote? You doggone right there, escrow is divvied up to certain institutions, certain countries, certain places. I don't know who, I don't know what. But that escrow is designed for big money, central bank stuff, reserve XRP stuff. That's what that escrow is for. And when it's deployed and the switch is flipped, it's go time, baby. So always remember that. It's about the legislation. It's about the usage. It's about the things that are unfolding right before our face. Don't forget those non-disclosure agreements, right? Many of those still under the cover. People, if you're impatient about the price, if you don't understand what's going on, trust me, it'll all be worth the wait very soon. This your boy Cornelius Jones. Gonna holler at you guys on the next video. You guys be blessed and have a good one.